news, everyone!
I want to be like Tom Green and just have one nut.
Okay, sure. Well, anyway, welcome to the Campaign Club News Show.
Oh God, is that how it starts off?
Oh yeah, I hope I caught that. I hope I caught all of that. Anyway, my name is JD.
Kyle.
I'm Andy, I guess. Jeez, Kyle.
And this is the show where we kind of just talk about what's happened in the world of animation in the last week or so, which, as it turns out, not a lot. But we managed to scrape together a few news tidbits to talk about for the next half hour or so. Yeah. At the end of the episode, there will be links in the description to our social media pages if you want to follow us there. Facebook,
What you
Tumblr,
do.
Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, do it. And if you like this or any of our other show, it'd be really cool if you shared it with your friends, because that would be awesome. We've been getting a fuck ton of Twitter followers lately, so that's been
Yeah, but I don't know if they're real people.
I don't care.
We just
Followers
lost a bunch of them, and they were all Dragon Ball Z characters. I don't know what we did to get them in the first
Followers
place.
are followers. I don't care if they're real or not.
Okay, all right.
I will take the bots.
I was upset that we lost Krillin.
Aw, okay, he probably died.
Oh,
He got owned.
valid point.
I've seen DBZ abridged. I know what happens. Anyway, so Kyle, what's the first thing on your favorite word?
On the docket?
Yeah. No, I'll read it because I got it out. So this happened. Oh god, this is like 2 weeks ago. This happened, but I don't know if you guys saw it. But we got a full-on legit trailer for the Ratchet and Clank movie finally.
I'm very excited about this.
I'm fucking pumped for this.
It looks pretty cool.
It looks like they actually. Well, granted, I'm usually not so harsh on video game movies. Like, I'm actually okay with the Super Mario Brothers movie, but it looks like they actually care about the source material, which is kind of weird.
That is the one thing that I really love about this movie is that it looks exactly like the games. At least the main characters are voiced by their video game, voice actors. I'm kind of sad that they had to throw in some. I shouldn't say some. There's actually a lot of celebrity voice cast in this.
I didn't catch any of them. I really wasn't. I was more so just amazed that I was looking at a Ratchet and Clank movie.
Paul Giamatti replaced Kevin Michael Richardson as Chairman Drek. John Good.
Paul Giamatti is kind of amazing. He's awesome, and I feel bad. I think he always wanted to do a cartoon because he was supposed to be the amazing Screw-On Head, and.
Oh man, I missed that. I wish that was a thing. That was amazing.
I remember asking Guy Davis about it, and I was like, "Do we know if that's ever happened?" He said, "I wish I could give you an answer."
Yeah. But
that was years ago.
He's supposed to be Frankie in the Goon movie, if that ever.
Yeah,
that's a perfect fit, I would say.
But looks like John Goodman, Rosario Dawson, and Sylvester Stallone are all in this movie as well.
Who the hell's John Goodman going to be? Captain Quark?
Some guy named Grimroth. Ratchet's mechanic mentor.
That works.
I remember him now, I think.
Maybe.
It's been a long time since I've played the games.
I got to the final boss of that movie, or that movie, the game. I got to in the first Ratchet & Clank. I got to Drek at the end of the game. I fucking died, and for some reason, when you die, you don't regain all the ammo you had. So I was fucking out of ammo of everything. So I just kind of stopped because I didn't feel like going back through the entire game to regain all my ammo.
Wow.
So I've never.
Whose fault is that? Get good, son.
Isn't that the old internet adage? Get good.
I'm terrible at video games. Everyone knows that. That's like a known fact throughout the world. But this the trailer, it's very nice. It's very pretty, and it tells us that it will be out in April. So look forward to that. Not too far, but it's not close enough. But
it looks a lot more true to the source material than Sly Cooper did.
Man,
that looks bad. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel like Sly Cooper to me.
No, it just seems like every other fucking generic. Which makes me really sad because I am more interested in a Sly Cooper movie than I am a Ratchet and Clank movie because I've actually played all the Sly Cooper games.
Oh, they're all amazing.
I haven't actually. That's not true. I've played the first 3 because I don't have a PS3, so I can't play Thieves in Time, but I want to.
Thieves in Time was amazing.
I know. I need to get
every reviewer who gave it bad reviews. I'm looking at you, Destructoid. Who decided to give it bad reviews because it stuck too close to the the original gameplay.
How is that a bad thing?
That's what I didn't get, and they were apparently offended because there is a scene where Carmelita, she has to dress up as a belly dancer to distract these guys.
There's a mini game.
There's a mini game, but this is after you play a mini game where Murray, who is a giant pink male hippo, dressed up as a geisha to distract a bunch of men. They actually, during the scene when Carmelita is saying she doesn't want to do this, Murray is constantly saying, I could totally do it.
We're equal opportunity sexist here.
Yeah, it's not like, I don't know, everyone acted like it was, I don't know. It's another one of those things.
So, yeah, Ratchet & Clank looks awesome, and I would definitely want to do a review for that when that comes out, so...
Agreed.
Look forward to that in, 6 months.
Oh, speaking of review, can we move on?
Yes, we may.
We are on the advent of the release of Ralph Bakshi's long-awaited latest film, Last Days of Coney Island. It comes out.
When does that come out?
I think it comes out in a few days.
Shit.
Comes out on Vimeo. I want to say the day before Halloween, but I could be off. But I know I will at least be watching that for the purpose of doing a review.
I want to watch it.
But something interesting that came about it is I actually posted this on our Facebook as a little bit of news. Someone actually asked Ralph Bakshi about doing a sequel to Wizards, which, if anyone hasn't watched it, is much like most Ralph Bakshi movies, a fucking drug trip.
Yeah, I've never seen Wizards.
It's a weird little movie, but it's another one of those things, with a lot of Ralph Bakshi's movies, it's just an interesting thing to watch. I know the guys at Forgotten Failures actually did a review of it. I would recommend, if nobody's listening to them, check out them. They're another podcast. I'm actually friends with some of the people there, and not only did they do Wizards, but they also do play-by-play reviews of Wacky Racist episodes, and they're currently doing Biker Mice from Mars.
That's awesome. I need to check these guys out, because you keep posting about them, and I've never actually sat down and watched it. I feel bad.
Yes, you should, because they're all pretty cool people, and
I think they follow us on Twitter, too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get us to be nice to other podcasts.
Yeah.
But, Ralph Bakshi actually said, I think he basically said if Last Days of Coney Island does kind of well, and if people keep up interest, there might actually be a sequel to Wizards, which is kind of crazy because that movie ended on kind of a final note.
Hot damn.
So, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that Bakshi is still, doing, not only is he doing stuff, but he's actually interested in revisiting old stuff and doing sequels to it.
Alright.
So, I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
And speaking of long dormant things coming back, JD, I think you posted about this. Dragon's Lair might be getting a movie.
Oh, yeah. So, this just happened today, actually.
Yeah.
Don Bluth.
Wait, no. Oh. Kyle, how do you pronounce his name?
Planetha.
There.
Cool.
But Don Bluth, how you may know him from All Dogs Go to Heaven and American Tail, or as I probably know him from Titan AE.
Great. Basically,
am I the only one who actually likes Titan AE?
I saw it in theaters, and I owned the soundtrack, and I loved the soundtrack.
I was at my parents' house the other day, and I found my VHS copy of Titan AE.
No, I actually really liked Titan AE. To me, it was like the closest thing to sort of a modern day kind of heavy metal.
Kinda.
Just in that whole space faring kind of thing.
Right. But yeah, so Don Bluth put up a video today announcing that he is making a Kickstarter to make a production video for a potential Dragon's Lair movie.
Which is kind of funny, because realistically, if you go on YouTube and just look up a no-death run of Dragon's Lair 1 and 2, it pretty much is watching a movie. I mean, I'm curious about this, because I'm someone who, I always found Don Bluth's video games very interesting, like Space Ace, Dragon's Lair 2, because they were basically cartoons where
you controlled the action.
You had to react, basically, to what was going on screen, and if not, you would be treated to, in some cases, a very haunting death scene of the lead character dying. Yeah. And you would probably be seeing that a lot.
Yeah. That was my entire middle school year. I played Dragon's Lair and Space Ace.
That's awesome.
I was in yearbook class, and my teacher was basically like, yeah, you guys aren't going to be working till the very end of school, so here's some computer games. And that's all I fucking did. And I actually beat Dragon's Lair.
Hey, that's an impressive feat. Well, those are very impressive feats, because, Dragon's Lair is brutal.
Yeah, I mean, this is all memorization. Like, I don't think I was into the strategy guides and all that bullshit back in the day. So,
right, that's how they got all their money. You would keep putting quarters in, and the cool thing about that, though, is that if you got good enough and you memorized it, you could theoretically beat it on 1 quarter.
Yeah,
that was kind of the interesting thing. But I don't know. I think that's kind of cool that Bluth wants to revisit once again Dragon's Lair.
Or animation in general, because he hasn't done an animated film in forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool. I don't know, though. I'm curious, does anyone remember?
Well, that was I was kind of saying earlier, that was actually kind of the joke in his Kickstarter video he kept making, is that he kept saying, who even remembers Dragon Lair? Who would even want that movie? And then everyone in the video just, said, oh man, that'd be such a great idea, and just hands him cash money. It's like, here, Don, here's $5, here's $100, go make a Dragon's Lair movie.
I give him cash money for that fucking sketch he gave out in the fucking little thing.
I don't know, man. In some of the Kickstarter tiers, he'll make you a sketch or something. And
I don't have a fucking $1,000.
I know his tiers are really up there. I think in one of the almost top tiers, he'll actually make a character of you and put you in the movie.
I'd be down, but yeah,
I think it's you have to put $2,500 down or something.
Yeah,
I ain't got that kind of money.
No, I really like the franchise, and I've been meaning to find the comics on eBay, because they did there's a really beautiful comic of it, and man, even just the animation quality of the second game is incredible, but I mean, I'm definitely interested as hell, but it's gonna take forever to make this fucking movie.
Oh, you know it will.
Everybody on 4chan was saying, I guess on his Kickstarter, he has pictures of kind of production work. I guess there's Daphne completely naked in a bath. They keep talking about that, so that's kind of funny. So yeah.
I think it'd be really cool to see. I mean,
I'd be down.
I still say if Don Bluth is getting back in animation, he should really kind of pair up with Brad Bird, because I think the two of them, I think they could make an amazing piece of work.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Since I don't get PT or Silent Hills, throw Guillermo del Toro into the mix. Give me a Don Bluth drawn, del Toro produced, Brad Bird directed horror animated movie, and I'll throw down money right now.
Wow, Andy, just calm down.
You honestly You honestly could make Dragon's Lair a horror movie, just all the fucking supernatural elements and the goblins and all that kind of shit.
They're called the Giddy Goons. I think it's hard to make them scary. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dragon's Lair is all about dying over and over. It's basically Dark Souls before Dark Souls was even a glint in the creator's eyes.
Yeah, kind of.
You just die over and over and over and over again.
There's like a Rose Thorn Grim Reaper, and that shit was pretty awesome.
All the designs in that game is awesome. If you just go on YouTube and type in any Don Bluth video games, Space Ace, Dragon's Lair 1 and 2, and just watch them. It's kind of impressive that this was like a video game in a sense.
Did you know they actually made a video game though?
Oh yeah, they made that awful NES version.
No, I mean like not super recently, but there was an Xbox game.
Oh yeah, it was all cell shaded and it was nothing. I did not hear it was very good.
No, I didn't hear anything good from it either.
I heard it was basically like a really boring, like hack and slash kind of game.
Dragon's Lair 3D.
Yeah, it was wrapped up in. It was just kind of stupid to make a Dragon's Lair game like that.
Well, speaking of dumb things that we don't like.
Oh boy.
So I don't remember how long ago it was. It was probably a month or two ago. We had mentioned that Ren and Stimpy creator John K. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
John Krzyzewski?
Sure.
Krzyzewski.
I think it's like Crickfalusi or some shit like that. But John K. was going to be directing this year's Simpsons Treehouse of Horror couch gag, and it's finally out. And
well, we posted it on the we found the link to it because they released it early as a teaser.
Yeah, and I could assume that I speak for everyone when I say that I was extremely underwhelmed.
I wasn't really expecting much. I mean, John K. really hasn't done anything in God knows how long.
Well, he's done like Miley Cyrus videos and like a few, like he's done Weird Al shit. He's been just working under the radar in a sense. He did some stupid video for milkshakes at a gas station. I mean, he just does whatever fucking people throw money at. But I don't know.
Living the dream.
Basically, it's just I didn't care for it myself. I like his work, but it was fucking awful to me.
It felt phoned in.
It just I don't. One of you guys was saying this the other day that
it was me.
Yeah, it was probably you, Kyle. That like just over the years he's becoming less and less. He basically doesn't rely on organic shape
Doesn't he just prefer to go off model?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he's been using organic shapes because it's not geometric. He doesn't use circles, squares, triangles.
Everything he draws is squiggles.
Yeah, a lot of people do construction with drawing. I mean, I'm drawing right now. I'm drawing circles and shit to make people round, whatever. But he basically draws a squiggle and then goes like, there you go, that's his shape. And to me, it comes off as lazy because you're not even really trying to make this character look like what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of ugly colors, too, and just... The whole thing with the ghosts, goblins, witches, and bullshit chasing them, it's just a clusterfuck of animation, and it's really hard on the senses.
Yeah,
everything go on.
What about the fact that Bart and Lisa's Halloween masks were 3D?
Yes.
I noticed that today when I watched the new Treehouse of Horror. Surprise, surprise, it wasn't very good, but
yeah, man, the animation is just fucking all over the place, and it hurts my eyes.
I don't know, it had that weird John K. kind of charm where everything was bouncing and bobbing around like an old 50s, 30s era cartoon, but it just didn't have I don't know, it just was
I couldn't tell any of the characters apart.
Yeah.
Fucking Frank Grimes pops out of the ground as a zombie, and I couldn't tell it was Frank Grimes unless, the tombstone had told me that it was him.
It's not him, though. It's just something that Al Jean wanted him to put, because he even admits not knowing who Frank Grimes is on his Facebook.
Of course.
But the thing
That's
is,
kind of a shame, because Frank Grimes rising from the grave, I'm surprised Treehouse of Horrors hasn't... Have they?
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I know I kind of dropped out for a long time, but I'm kind of surprised that was never a...
They made the shitty reference of, oh, he's out to get me, but he's dead. Oh, it's just his son.
Yeah, no, I don't know. The Sideshow Bob episodes have been pretty... those really went downhill as far as I'm concerned.
Everybody on 4chan makes fun of the, if you've seen one of the recent ones, he uses gene splicing, and he has all these superpowers now. And
what?
I swear to God, in this one, he was like, he's saying shit, and he goes, Python jaw, unhinge, and everybody makes fun of that, because it's just, like, pants on head retarded.
Wait, Sideshow Bob has superpowers now?
Yeah, like, look at the recent episode. It's so fucking stupid. Oh my god.
Wow, I really have not been,
That is pants on head crazy.
I had no idea such a thing existed. I am really surprised now.
Yeah. So, let's see, we gotta move on here because we're running out of time. Disney released more pictures of Zootopia the other day.
It's looking cool. It's looking like because Andy's the one who showed me this. Black Sad. Black Sad's a really cool,
one of the
comic.
Best things ever.
Yeah, it's a really good anthropomorphic comic, and it seems like all these designs are kind of like reminiscent to that. It was done by a Disney artist. This is Disney doing what Disney does. It's very awesome. All the fucking designs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really liking the designs. I'm still not like entirely sure like about like what the plot is. Something about like, you know, she's a cop and he's a con man and they're teaming up or whatever, so I'll reserve my judgments on that for now, but you know, visually it's looking really nice.
It's funny because Disney's really dumb when they do this, but they release kids' books before the movie actually comes out, and you can basically see what the plot is.
Oh, yeah.
But, I guess what they're saying is, there's this fennec fox in the movie, and he wears an elephant suit. Oh. And it's like this little baby elephant, because I guess they're making the joke where both animals have really big ears. Oh. So, I guess the fennec fox is the fox character's friend or something like that. I don't fucking know. But it looks interesting.
Yeah.
Character designs are a lot of fun. I mean, the voice cast sounds pretty cool. J.K. Simmons is in it.
Alright, sold.
He's the best. I mean, what is he gonna be?
Probably a lion or something, I think, according to this picture.
The mayor or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like it'll be a fun movie. I kind of am alright with that, because at least it kind of,
now we don't
it reminds me of Robin Hood, which is my...
Yeah. I'm just happy that Disney's doing an original concept again.
Yeah, we're not getting a bunch of Rapunzel clones and shit. We're getting actual, like, animals and stuff.
Yeah, like, I think the last time they did an original thing was Wreck-It Ralph, and that was amazing, so...
Yeah.
So, good on you, Disney. You got our attention, so... I think I don't know when that comes out, like next November or something?
2016, yeah.
When does Zootopia come out? I think it's next November, which is fucking forever. Oh, March, actually. Huh.
Well, there's already inappropriate artwork all over the internet.
Of course there is.
No surprise there, but, you know, that's
Goddamn
the internet.
Furries ruin everything.
Disney World?
But, Andy, I know you wanted to talk about this, but we only got like 5 minutes, so we'll just...
Oh, well, thanks.
I'm just saying, we won't, like, go full-blown with this, but,
Well, this is a subject matter I'm very interested in because I find it to be utterly insane, and I think it applies to not only us as people who make artwork, but people in general, and it just, I think, goes further into showing how insane internet mob mentality has gotten.
Yeah.
So basically, I've been posting I've posted a few things about this on our Facebook page, trying to drum up the discussion. I think Ariel Stevenson's the only one who's actually had any input on it. But essentially a person on Tumblr, an artist, was bullied into attempting to commit suicide.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, like basically, and I got really concerned about that because I know a bunch of artist friends and they were posting about it. And the problem with this is the fact that, okay, so basically what Tumblr has done, there's no, you can look up Tumblr and I'm sure you're going to hear 1,000 jokes about how it's all social justice, mob mentality. You know, you can't say anything, you can't do anything. It's very much like martial law. Don't you dare speak out, don't say anything offensive, anything like that. So basically, the long and short of it is why this person, this artist has been basically targeted for years. It started with the Homestuck fandom, and it just kind of went on from there. Every time they would do something, they have a hate blog that follows them. They have a couple that follow them that track receipts. And basically what a receipt is, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And we talked about, there was that infamous post on Tumblr that was all the problematic artists.
Yeah.
You know, the one that labeled Kevin Bulk as a problem because
Were they on there?
No, they were not on there. You know what, they might have been, but I know I was more so, I posted that to my one friend because they couldn't believe this whole thing with the artist attempting to commit suicide. But, you know, people on Tumblr find problems with people. Like, Kevin Bulk was on this problematic artist list because he thinks all opinions are valid. That was the legitimate reason. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of how insane some people are about why some people are considered problematic. The reason this artist who nearly committed suicide or attempted suicide is considered problematic is because she would draw characters not 100% on model. I guess one of the things that really set people off was that she drew Amethyst from Steven Universe, who was a heavier character, drew her thin. She also drew Rose thin.
Because God forbid you draw things the way you want to draw them.
I mean, it was, and the funny thing is, if you go through a lot of her gallery, there's really not many pictures of her, like, drawing characters too far off model. But basically, these people have hunted her down. It started in the Homestuck fandom. It moved on to the Steven Universe fandom. You have an entire blog dedicated to basically targeting this person, giving them reasons. And the problem is they label people. They throw labels on people that they're transphobic, transmisogynist, any sort of ist you could imagine they get labeled as. And they don't, like, they claim that they wanted, these hate blogs aren't accepting responsibility for what happened to this poor girl. They're saying they didn't wish for that to happen. They wanted to see her grow and help her as an individual, which
Yes.
I think is insane because when you want to help someone as an individual, labeling them as an awful term like transmisogynist and transphobic and everything like that, that doesn't help them. That basically paints a target on them for anyone who follows your blog to zoom in on that person like a fucking shark going after chum.
It's like if you want to help someone grow, if, you know, they need that, or you think they need that, you know, there's a thing called constructive criticism.
Criticism's a dead art.
Yeah, there's a line between helping someone grow and actively spiting somebody.
I mean, when you have an entire blog dedicated to collecting receipts, painting this person this way, that's not helping them. And, you know, people have said, well, you know, I pointed out that, you know, well, she purposely drew Rose, this person purposely drew Rose thin, Rose Quartz from Steven Universe, another larger character, drew her thin just to kind of poke fun at people who got mad at her for drawing Amethyst thin. And my whole argument there is, you know, you don't have to look at this person's fan art.
Nope.
It's fan art. You can move on. I see a lot of, hold on, there are a lot of things I don't like seeing on Tumblr. I don't like it when I type in anything I'm into, and I see, you know, I'll be honest, I don't really care too much for the hardcore shipping fan art. Like, shipping culture to me is just something I'm not into. I'm not against it, but I'm not really super into it. But, like, if I type in my favorite character from, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I see 1,000 pictures of them fucking another character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, if I don't like it, I don't get mad at this person who drew it and type an angry message to them and be like, you should not do this, this is offensive. You know what you do? You just move along.
Yep.
Like,
Well,
there's
a lot of
nothing forcing you to do that. Sorry, go on.
A lot of people have these, like, shopping lists of fucking mental disorders and stuff like this. And I guess I don't know, it's so fucking stupid, this is what I read, but they project on these characters, and when they see something different, it enrages them because they projected themselves, and that's you making fun of them for drawing them skinny. You just did a fat joke. Like, you get what I'm saying? In a sense.
Yeah, they basically can't separate. Like, it's like me. One of my favorite characters is Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's who JD for the cosplay thing drew me as. And people draw him as a terrible father. They draw him as a terrible drunk. They draw him as this kind of like an idiot. I see those, and it's like, if I don't think it's funny, I don't go, oh, well, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna fucking attack this person. I go, hey, not my thing, and I move along.
I mean, geez, have you not? There's tons of bad fan art of every single conceivable character in the world. I think you can let one go.
And that to me is just a sad state of the world that artists are in, because you can't do anything without offending somebody. And it's not so much the problem that you're offending somebody; it's more so the fact that some people can't let things go. I get it. Not everything is meant for everyone. You have every right to comment about it, like, hey, I don't really like the fact that you drew the character this way. And, you know, the artist may or may not kind of lash out at you. The artist may or may not take your criticism seriously. If they decide to be a dick about it, you know what you do? You walk away.
Yeah.
Be the bigger person. You walk away.
Yeah.
You don't have to turn everything into a fight for the moral high ground, because when you do, shit like this happens. And people are claiming that this person... fuck it, her name's Zammy. I'm sorry, I'm losing track of my own... I know I'm dragging this out, and I apologize, but it's something I'm very passionate about, because as someone who dropped out of aspiring to be an artist, I'm genuinely terrified for people who I'm friends with who want to be artists and who really want to go forward with this, because it paints a terrifying picture. You're telling me if a friend of mine posts something on Tumblr that gets interpreted the wrong way, they will basically have a goon squad of people hounding them, wishing death upon them, and trying to ruin them just because they disagree with something. It's insane.
It's funny because they spoke
they
out
think
about
they're
it.
doing the good thing.
They were saying on I read it on another person's Tumblr. They said it's funny because at this point 4chan is almost kind of a more understanding place than Tumblr is, and they were showing all these posts where the Steven Universe fans were like, oh my god, this happened? Like, what the fuck? And they were commenting about it. They're just like, this is the thing, like, 4chan is a place where people go, it's where good people go to pretend to be assholes, and Tumblr is where assholes go to pretend to be good people. And I was like,
everyone,
that's like just a great way of putting it. Just fuck.
It is. I've never had a problem with people on 4chan. I know 4chan seems to be the scapegoat for everything that goes wrong.
Yeah, of course.
I find it utterly insane how you have people who are just openly hostile, openly hateful, openly wishing death, and you have people claiming that this Zammy girl, she faked the suicide because they don't want to accept any sort of responsibility. People are calling out the Tumblr staff now, telling them, hey, you know, you people should really get on these receipt blogs because they are creating all sorts of trouble. And I agree, they are. Because you're making public enemies out of people who are... It's not like these people are drawing purposely hateful and offensive things of, like, you know, here's an Asian character, so I drew him with super slant eyes and really offensive caricature or anything like that. These are people who are just drawing fan art that might deviate from the character, and they're being labeled as public enemy number one. And I agree, Tumblr staff should get on this shit because it's insane. A 20-year-old girl almost killed herself.
Yeah.
And it sounds silly to do that, but I can only imagine, as someone who struggled with, you know, artistic depression and stuff like that, I can only imagine how terrible that must feel to have 1,000 people gunning for you, trying to kick you down whenever. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand. I make fun of Andrew Dobson in most cases, but he kind of asks for it. When you send a really offensive message to Zelda Williams after her dad committed suicide, I kind of think the pity...
And then plays the victim.
Yeah, then plays the victim. I mean, in my opinion, Tom Preston or Andrew Dobson, whatever you know him as, is an entirely different thing. I'm assuming the chime means we're done.
It wasn't me, but
I'm sorry I dragged that out, but
no,
it's just...
I'm very much with you. It's a really messed up situation, and
it just terrifies me for future artists, because young kids are going to see how this happens, and they're going to be afraid to draw anything, and they're going to be afraid to do anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Art is about creativity. It's about expressing yourself. If I feel the need to draw a character thin, or if I feel the need to draw a character like this, it's a headcanon. Isn't that what they call it?
Yeah.
It's not official.
Well,
yeah.
If we could take anything away from this, it's just people be nice to each other. I mean, it doesn't kill you
Fucking
to be
relax.
decent. Just chill out. It's fine. If you don't like something, don't look at it. It's as simple as that.
You know, The Simpsons had an entire song about that.
Right.
It was sung by Paul Anka, and that's how they stopped giant monsters made of advertising mascots from killing people. Just don't look.
Yep.
Well, on that
Got the
note,
Paul Anka guarantee.
on that note, I think that's about all time we have for news this week. I hope you enjoyed that, our insightful look into Tumblr politics. All the good
There's no
stuff.
politics. It's martial law.
Great. Come back on Wednesday, where we'll be finishing up our month of Halloween subjects, to which I don't think we've nailed down what we're talking about just yet.
Don't fucking tell them that.
Oh, damn. No, we're totally prepared. I know exactly what we're doing. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. So, like I said, there are links to our social media in the description. Follow us on our Facebook and our Twitter and our Instagram and our Tumblr, and all of our personal pages as well, if you would like to talk to or get to know us individually like that. And share this with your friends, because that would be amazing. If you did that, we'd really appreciate it. So yeah, come back on Wednesday. More Halloween goodness to come. So until then, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Hi.
You stole my energy.
What? Oh.
And that's the way the news goes.